It's that encouraging way to start your day. Rob, Liz, and this young lady. Jesus happened. That is Baylor Wilson. Already grooving this morning.
I know. Woo!
Yeah.
What's up?
It's so good to have a reality star with us this morning because not only do you do music, but the whole Survivor thing.
Yeah, I was a Survivor at one point.
I'm geeking out.
Geeking out.
Totally.
I heard you were a fan.
A super fan. Like it started just, when the family would watch.
That's right.
And it just became a tradition. So,
yeah.
It's
and when
awesome
it becomes a tradition, it's super special.
Yeah.
Well, really special for you because you were on there with your mom.
My sweet mama. Mama Missy. Yeah, we were on season 29 together. She made it further than me. She was final 3.
Was she final 3? I remember that she made it a lot farther than you did.
She was third place.
But the thing is, that was, what was it called? Blood versus Water?
Blood versus Water,
Right.
yeah.
So you're on opposing teams.
Technically, at first, we were on opposing teams, and then we made it far enough into what they call the merge.
Right.
And we started to play together, which was really fun.
Right.
And also really hard because the point is to vote each other out. And then what makes it twisted and weird and hard is you're with your mom. So how do you vote your mom out?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't.
And that's why you left
I know.
early.
That's called blood, people.
Yeah.
Blood versus water. I chose blood.
But what's that like for you? I mean, you're with your mom on this show.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I was 20 years old when this happened, so I was highly emotional and slightly dramatic. But it was very hard. I mean, it was one of the hardest experiences I've ever been through in my entire life. Especially watching your mom go through stuff. I mean,
sure.
I just caught a picture in the background of me and my mom. That is awesome. Oh my gosh. Did you guys Google that?
Oh, hey.
No, we keep it in our
We
wallet.
have connections.
My ADD just kicked in hardcore, but that is funny. So to answer your question, it was really hard, really fun, and I wouldn't trade the experience for the world.
Wow. Did she
awesome.
mama bird you?
She mama birded everybody.
Oh,
she
did
was
she?
kind of
That's
the
good.
mama of the season.
Really?
Yeah.
I love
Missy,
it.
you were the mama of the season for real?
Yeah, she was.
Were you, Missy?
I was actually.
Yeah.
But I was the mama bird to her more than anybody else. I can promise you that. What? And I got in big trouble for it too.
Mom!
Good morning.
Mom just hijacked your interview.
Now you guys see what we're both not morning people.
She got up super early.
Baylor Wilson with us this morning on his radio on Survivor with her mom, who we just surprised her with because she's all the way in Texas.
She's in Texas. I'm going to cry. This is awesome.
Hi.
Hi, Mommy. That's so cute.
I love this. That is so cool. Hey, I gotta know. We saw that you guys are twinsies at one time with Canadian tuxedos. What is this all about?
Oh, no.
Where were we?
Oh, Mom, it's our denim picture where I'm a little girl and holding a leaf and you're laying in the leaves and Gigi took it.
Oh, wow.
I think-
Whoa.
Canadian
was on-
tuxedo.
Wow, the things that you guys can come up with. Huh?
Yeah.
It was probably on my
Okay.
Instagram on a Throwback Thursday, Mom. And you look great. You look like a
Well,
Gap
you know
model.
that, okay, I'll have to look. I'll have
Yeah.
to dust off that social media and take a peek.
She just called you a Gap model.
Right. Who chose the outfits?
Probably my mom's mom.
'Cause they're
Sally.
cute. It
Her
is
name's
cute.
Sally. We call her Gigi.
Yeah.
She has purple hair. You guys should
Does
look.
she really?
Yes.
It's just a purple ponytail. Let's
Oh, okay.
clarify.
You're right. You're right.
I love Gigi now.
Yeah. Gigi's
For
awesome.
real?
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys
Yes.
should probably find photos of her somewhere.
Well, we got to text it. Text them, please. We have
Yeah.
to see this. I understand. I mean, Missy and Baylor with us this morning. They're on Survivor. Baylor does music. You'll hear it on his radio. But I understand you've been a musical family for quite some time.
We have.
Yeah.
Yeah. My mom was in musical theater for a long time. And I just have memories of us growing up and her singing, Dixie Chicks, Sarah Evans, Sheryl Crow in the car and me trying to sing harmony. And she'd be like, oh, Baylor, no. Sing this, sing that. And then she would teach me and I would get it. Right, Mom? I mean, obviously it wasn't perfect.
Well, it started with Pops. It started with my father,
Right.
who actually is the most beautiful singer. He had an opportunity to sing opera in New York and picked football in Louisiana instead.
No way.
So,
Yeah.
yeah. And so that's where it
Multi-talented.
began. And then I was trained classically, choir, voice,
And
whatever.
I was not.
You know what? I actually have heard how classical this family is. I mean, the opera and everything. I mean, when you take a listen to this when they gather around during Christmas.
Oh no. Oh no.
I mean, the kazoos come out and everything. I mean, that's great.
There's Sally in that video on the right side. She didn't have purple hair yet, though.
Oh,
yeah.
she was
that was
in
actually
there.
on key, though. I'm pretty sure. That's impressive.
It sounded impressive for the little kazoo.
I know.
I can't make it sound.
How do you even bring the kazoo into this, Missy?
Yeah.
It's Gigi, y'all.
This would all be my mother. I mean, actually, I promise you this. We are pretty wild and crazy around here, but she is definitely the eclectic one, and that would have been her.
She keeps us all on our toes and on the edge of our seats, and we're not ever like if you bring a guest home for Christmas or Thanksgiving, you really have to prep them.
Oh, really?
Because you never know. I mean, I think one year we had flying rubber chickens.
You get out!
Christmas?
No
Yes.
way.
Yeah, and you hold them on your finger.
The beauty of it is she'll just throw one. You know, she throws one, and then the whole family piles on. So then it turns into some incredibly wild and crazy battle of
throwing chickens at the ceiling.
Okay, we need a Christmas invite so that we can meet.
Come on.
Just invited
You're
myself.
invited. Come on.
I love it. Yeah. And we'll bring our kazoos.
Okay. You might not have to. Gigi might provide.
That is awesome.
Look at Uncle Mike. Uncle Mike hates it.
I wonder. There's a guy in the video that's just like, "Where's the dog?"
It's awesome.
Baylor Wilson along with us this morning. Missy, thank you so much for getting up so early in Texas to be with us
I'm taking
this morning.
a picture of you, Mom. You're so cute. I love you.
Selfie time.
Rob and Liz,
His morning crew.
I'm so glad you joined us this morning on His Radio because you are joining in with Baylor Wilson, who's with us today. Brand new artist, brand new song, Jesus Happened. It is so good. Okay, so we just had Missy on, which is Baylor's mom. A big surprise.
Yeah, it was a huge surprise.
She started crying.
I know.
Yeah.
I started crying.
It was so sweet. I'm just glad I didn't say anything mean.
No, yeah. I was waiting before we brought her
Trying
on.
to corner me.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding now.
But she didn't go there. That
No.
means they had a wonderful relationship.
Yeah.
So one thing I have to know, and I don't want to camp on Survivor all morning long, but you know how they put bios up of you on their website?
Yeah.
I always wonder how real they are. You know?
I mean, sometimes they embellish.
I'm sure.
Things.
Like, for instance, they say your pet peeve is slow drivers.
Oh, that's still my pet peeve.
That's a real
they
thing.
nailed that one.
They nailed that. Yeah.
What happened? I mean, why?
I think growing up in Dallas, you have to like know how to drive aggressively and fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you don't drive that way, you'll get hit. And so you really will. And so when I moved to Nashville, nobody knows how to drive.
That's true.
They don't know how to drive, or they don't know how to drive aggressively.
Maybe that. They know how to drive, and they probably follow the laws better than I do, to be honest. If we're being
Turn
honest
signals?
here.
They use turn signals?
Turn signals, all the things.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm just a little rowdy, and I need to chill out
Yeah.
in the
No,
car.
I'm with you, especially in that left lane.
in
It's
that
like,
left lane. Well, it's like, come on now, move to the right.
Yeah.
Let me pass on by you.
And I can see her saying it just like that as she's
Yeah.
driving. Come on,
Come on now. I really do. I have to go into another accent so
okay.
nothing else comes out.
Oh, there you go.
You're not like.
Yeah, I'm
Real
like,
moment.
I just start praying. I'm like, in Jesus' name, Lord, give me patience,
That's
kindness, goodness, the
As
fruit.
she's in the hammer lane, just putting the pedal to the metal.
Yeah, the slow driving thing is still
Yeah.
true.
So you were talking about wanting to see your mom again because you haven't really. I mean, you spent some time like on vacation or
Yeah.
whatever, but you haven't been home since December, correct?
Right, I haven't.
When you got married.
Well, before. No, I haven't. No, way before that.
Oh,
Because they
okay.
came to Tennessee for my wedding.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Well,
Because my wedding was in the woods outside of Nashville.
and the pictures from that way. So your dress, it almost looked like you had. What was your little cape over your dress made out of?
It was like, I don't know, but it was like this precious fur, like
Right.
coat, cape thing.
feathery.
Yes. And all of my dress and everything, like we were only engaged for 6 weeks.
Oh wow.
And so finding all of that
Wait.
in time. Yeah.
6 weeks?
6 weeks.
What? How do you even plan for a wedding in 6 weeks?
I don't know. My mom's a rock star, though. She really
Evidently,
did. She
yeah.
really did do it all, kind of like seriously. And not even living in Nashville. She kind of just made it happen.
But also,
look at
when
that
you-
handsome stud.
I know you're. I almost said fiance, but now your
Hubby,
husband.
yeah.
He is a good-looking guy for
James
sure.
Richfield. He learned that model look because his mom was a photographer, and so he was always the model for his mom to practice on. And so he knows how to raise that eyebrow.
Did you use her for the pictures at the
No,
wedding?
she wanted to be she wanted to be the mother-in-law. She wanted to hang out.
I'm glad she
had
did
connections.
that.
Yeah, she did. It was actually, we used 2 of my friends.
Okay.
One is a girl I go to church with who did it for free.
Wow.
Like, I'm talking, the Lord's blessing and favor was on this wedding. And then another girl who does like music videos and music people's photos and stuff. She came and did video and photo. So we had 2 girls kind of running around, and it was just insane. I don't know if y'all have seen the wedding video, but it's gorgeous.
I bet.
I have to go watch it now.
It's like a music video.
I love the pictures, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. And to do it in 6 weeks, just incredible.
Yeah, amazing.
Baylor Wilson with us this morning on his radio. Okay, so he gets down on bended knee, and he says, "Will you marry me?" You say yes. And 6 weeks later, how does that even happen? What's the thought?
Well, the thought is that he was praying one day. He was on a run, and he asked the Lord when he could marry me because he already knew he wanted to, and he felt peace from it. Like, he felt peace to marry me. And we had been friends for 8 years. So there's a long history.
There's
here.
history. Okay.
Went to college together, stayed friends. He's seen me date other people. I've seen him date other people. And then the Lord's timing, like a year ago, literally almost a year ago to the day right now, we met back up to go on his parents' boat together. And when we saw each other, it was like, wait a second. It really was like a sanctified Nicholas Sparks movie. Wow. Like, we saw each other and we were like,
I want to watch.
I know, right? I wish it was all filmed because it was so pure and holy and kind and fun and goofy. And we were like 2 15-year-olds falling in love. It was just so cute. And then fast forward 6 months later, he felt like the Lord was blessing it to become a marriage, And while he was on that walk run, he felt like he heard from God a date, which was December 5th. And that was our wedding day.
In the middle of COVID.
Yeah.
In the middle of COVID.
Before or after he asked you to marry him?
Before. Yeah, before. And then he was like, well, that's really soon, God. So I guess I better ask her and find a ring, and we got to get this thing going.
Wow.
We both were kind of like, are you sure, God? But there was so much peace around it, and all of our family and friends felt so much peace too. So
how did he propose?
Well, it actually wasn't as sanctified Nicholas Sparksy. It was in a hallway of the house that he was staying with his roommate during that season. Yeah. And we were just coming over, like hanging out to go to dinner or something. Yeah. It was so not planned. He
couldn't wait.
It was honestly not what he wanted because he's so like perfectionist. He wanted like a helicopter to be involved.
Oh, sure.
All this stuff.
Well, hey, when you got a date of 6 months away, you got to ask now.
He just asked in the hallway.
Great.
Jesus Happened. That is Baylor Wilson. We'll have her coming up unplugged in just a bit on his radio.
Rob and Liz, his morning crew.
So glad that you're listening this morning, or you would have missed out on Baylor Wilson, who's along with us today. I don't know if you heard earlier, but we surprised her with her mom, Missy. They were, not only does she do music, but she also was on Survivor and with her mom. So that was kind of a neat moment to see you two together like that.
So awesome. There was a tear shed.
Yeah, we had her on Zoom. Yeah. Mom was in Texas.
She was in Texas, just woke up
early.
An hour earlier than now. So that tells you the superstar that she is. Not a morning person, is she?
Neither of us are.
And yet, here is Baylor Wilson with us this morning.
I'm happy to be here.
By the way, I hope you didn't miss any of this morning. If you did, check out Apple TV, Roku, HisRadio.com, or the My His Radio app because you'll see all the on-demand with Baylor Wilson that's going to be there. Plus this because you're unplugged this morning.
That's right. I sure am.
This is your song.
This is my song, Jesus Happened, y'all. Here we go. What happened to you? I hear it all the time. They tell me something's different in my words and in my eyes. What happened to you? They see it on my face. They've got a million questions. All that I can say is Jesus happened in the blink of an eye. Every part of my life was changed. Jesus happened like a thief in the night, taking the lies away, and all my sin was forgiven. The moment I met His grace, that's when I started living, and all that my heart can say is Jesus happened. What happened to you? I smile every time. Tell them it's a miracle, like water into wine, 'cause everything's new. Oh, the old is dead and gone. Redemption is my story. Resurrection is my song. Jesus happened in the blink of an eye. Every part of my life was changed. Jesus happened like a thief in the night, taking the lies away, and all my sin was forgiven. The moment I met His grace, that's when I started living, and all that my heart can say, Jesus happened. Oh, hey, and the grave gave way to life everlasting. I'm found, I'm free, raised up from the ashes. Oh, Jesus happened in the blink of an eye. Every part of my life was changed. Jesus happened like a thief in the night, taking the lies away, and all my sin was forgiven. The moment I met His grace, that's when I started living, and all that my heart can say, Jesus happened. Oh, all that my heart can say, Jesus happened. Ooh.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Baylor Wilson, His radio, Jesus happened. Thank you so much for the
Hallelujah.
time
Thank
this morning.
you. That was so fun.
It was great.
That was like probably my favorite visit. I'm not joking.
That's awesome.
Look at that.
All right.
I'm serious.
Thank you.
I've been like 45 other places, and it's been a few weeks since I've been out on the road.
Right.
And this was so special to
Well,
be back
thank
out,
you.
you know? So thanks.
Thank you.
That was so fun.
We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Okay, bye.
Rob and Liz, his morning
There's a couple of
crew.
new flavors for Pop-Tarts. I'm not too down with any of them, to tell you the truth.
They sound disgusting to me.
They do.
Seriously.
They really do.
The peach cobbler Pop-Tart. Really? I mean, no,
I don't
that's
like
not
peaches
me.
anyway.
Lemon cream pie Pop-Tart?
Maybe.
Really?
That's the closest one of the three.
I don't know. Banana cream pie.
Nope.
Really?
I like
And a
banana pudding
Pop-Tart?
without bananas.
I mean, just make it a normal Pop-Tart, you know? Just Pop-Tart with a jelly filling or whatever they have inside
Okay,
that
so
thing.
what is your favorite? If you are forced to eat a Pop-Tart, what's the one that you choose?
It's the stuff with the white cream on top of it, the frosting stuff, and the
Yeah.
jelly inside.
But which flavor of jelly? There's
I don't
cherry
know.
and blueberry and strawberry and
Okay, now I'm all whacked out. I don't... What?
I mean, which one would? So blueberry would be my go-to.
My son, Eli,
Uh-huh.
I think he likes the Oreo one. Because there's
Oh,
one that's
right.
Oreo.
That's just too much for me. My kids love that one as well. And then there's a wild berry one. See, does that grow in nature? A wild berry?
Wild berries? Yeah, out in the wild.
Is that where they are?
Yeah,
I didn't know
exactly.
that. Okay.
He's in cap and
Rob and
gown. He
Liz,
is
his
ready
morning
for his
crew.
graduation. Then the school looked at him and said, sorry, your shoes are not regulation. You can't graduate right now, or at least be in the ceremony. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew at his radio. That crushed Devarius.
Of course it did. He's already, 12, 13, if you add kindergarten years of, this culmination of his graduation. And because his shoes were the wrong color, they were going to make him sit out.
Yeah, they were asking for black leather shoes from everybody.
Sure.
He didn't have black leather shoes.
No.
He had I guess you'll call them sneakers. So they were black sneakers and they had the white soles on them. And so that didn't pass. And so they weren't going to let him walk down and get his certificate.
So what do? It's not like the kid had an extra $50 or $100 on him or had the time to go. One of his teachers said, you know what, we can make this happen. His name is John Butler. He's a mentor that works at the school. He took the shoes off his own feet. He was walking around graduation in just sock feet. And he said, Various, here you go. Man, you are walking today. This is important.
Even though the shoes are major big for him.
And a shuffle across the stage. That's okay.
They're like flop, flop, flop. But he did it. And the teacher said, you just use my shoes, dude. We want you to walk down the aisle. And he did.
Yeah, and that's exactly that really just shows you what this teacher, this mentor, is to his students. Like when he's needed, man, he's right there. He's to fill that need, and he did it.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Really, they say something there, but I don't see it. I just don't see it. I'm sorry. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio.
Yeah, nobody else sees it either. If you're an art collector or, people that collect art, I mean, they put a lot of stock into it. They'll put some money into it, save for this piece of art that they're looking for. So I can't figure out who would want what Salvatore Garral, and I don't know if I'm saying that exactly correct.
Oh, nailed it. Yeah.
Right.
You got it.
But he just sold one of his famous pieces of art for $18,000.
I don't see it.
No one does. It's invisible.
It's an invisible sculpture, right?
Yeah. So he calls it a vacuum. He says a vacuum is nothing more than a space full of energy. And I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but I feel like that's the way he would say it.
Maybe.
Space full of energy.
So how do they deliver nothing?
Basically, I guess they mime it. They act as though.
What do you mean they act?
They act as though they're picking it up. But he also has, if you purchase this, the person that has made this investment of $18,000 has to display the invisibility of his artwork in a 5x5 area. Yeah.
When you say that, what do they duct tape it on the ground? What do they do?
Not necessarily. I mean, they can, and I've seen people that had this on display in their gallery. Like, I feel like I'm in an alternate universe saying that, but when they have displayed it, yes, there has been duct tape, or they've had a marker, like if it's been on a shelf somewhere, like. The invisibility, like it's got an X.
And the guy's making bank off of really not doing anything.
$18,000.
Why can't I come up with a racket like this?
It would not sell. Somebody.
What do you mean it won't sell? The guy just got $18K out of it.
Okay, but I don't.
Out of not doing anything.
He's got connections that I don't think we have. I just don't, because I don't know anybody that's got $18,000.
When they sell on Amazon or whatever, artorus.com, what do they display for the picture?
I have no idea.
Nothing?
I
Is it
guess
blank?
it's just blank. It's absolute literal nothing. But
And he gets $18,000 for this?
$18,000. Rob and Liz Art Gallery coming to a store near
I'd
you.
love to make one.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Avengers Assemble. It's his morning crew with Rob and Liz, his radio.
Is that what they say? I've only seen the movie a couple of
Yeah,
times.
Captain America usually says it, but that's when all the Avengers come together.
They
and it's-
say assemble.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oh, yeah, I watched it last
Why did I
night.
think it would be something like even, more grandiose than assemble?
It's the way that Captain America says it.
Iron Man.
Well, Iron Man's part of the Avengers. But,
I know this.
Okay, sorry.
I want to
I
tell
was
you.
trying to school you on the Avengers.
Well, I'm trying to school you on Iron Man
Okay,
because I
school
feel
me.
like I know something about Avengers now. I feel like I could connect
Okay,
with
let's do
Avenger fans.
Okay, I'm so
Because
excited.
now, and you may know that if you're already a fan, you may already know this, but there is a life-size statue of Iron Man. Completely, whole lifelike statue. It's for sale because they have the Avengers campus at Disneyland in California. Star Wars is in Orlando. They have Avengers in California. So at
Okay.
Disneyland, they have for sale in the store where they show all the the stuff, the paraphernalia.
Yeah.
For like $8,000.
Oh, 8,000.
You can buy the statue and have it for yourself.
Let me just go swipe my card. Sure.
Yeah, right?
Wow, $8,000. But is it just like the Iron Man?
Yeah, it looks just like it.
Did Robert Downey Jr. wear it, or was it in the movie?
It's a statue.
Okay, I don't know.
They
Was it
didn't
in
say.
the movie?
They didn't say. They
It's a
didn't say
costume.
it's a costume. They said statue. So it's a statue. You can buy the statue and put it wherever you want. Your office,
I
your
think
den,
It's cool.
in the kitchen.
I think it's cool. It'd be really
You'd
cool.
buy
in
it,
the photo
wouldn't
shoot.
you, if you could afford it?
If I had that kind of money, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm not one. I'm more frugal than that, than to just plunk down $8,000 for something like that. But if I had a lot of money, I don't know. It might be
Where would you put something
bonus
like
room
that?
for sure.
That's it? Just the bonus room? Why
I
not in the
think
living
so.
room where everybody could see?
No, because that's
Move him
like
around the
family
house.
time. I think he's a little heavier than that.
Yeah, well,
You know
yeah, of
why?
course.
No.
It's a statue.
Nope. I put him in on a dolly, and then I'll just drag him around everywhere I go. It's a conversation starter.
That's right.
Put him in the car.
You're doing the lawn? Iron Man standing right there.
That would be awesome.
Out of the pool, Iron Man standing right there.
I got to go see how much I got left on my card.
Sunday school class comes over, Iron Man's in the kitchen.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
This is this is a strange looking invention. It might work, but Liz is all into this.
I am so into this because, we get up really, really early. Well, there is an invention. This thing is out of Japan. It costs only about $40, but it is an actual hand that attaches to, okay, not an actual hand, it's like a mechanical hand, but it attaches.
That'd be strange.
That would be gross. It attaches to your desk.
Call CSI for that one.
No, that's nasty. But it has like the hand that when you need a nap in the middle of the day, you place your face into the palm of this mechanical hand and you just take a little snoozy snooze.
It's a big plastic arm.
Yeah.
And it attaches to like an office chair.
Yeah.
And you know how you would lean over on your desk or something like that, and you place your hands
own
on
hand.
your cheek on your hand or something like that, and rest. That's what this thing does.
That way your arms can just be free to
Whatever.
move about the building.
I don't know. I don't know. I saw this
love it.
crazy one where it will, on your glasses,
Okay.
it puts your notification. So you get a text, and it's right on front of you in your eyeglasses.
I see. It's cool.
No, it's distracting.
Well, I was
I
going
don't want
to say,
it.
if I'm driving, I'd be like, oh, there's a text
That
from,
brings
and there's a
texting
car.
and driving to a whole new level, right?
Yeah, so not that one so much. It's cool, but no.
No, right?
But I was thinking about just things that, I have come to rely on, especially over the last month or so. And just like Zoom has been one that I never thought I would use. I never thought I would do a meeting online.
Well, here's the thing. Maybe there's something that you use and you think, I'm never going to use this.
Yeah.
It could be whatever it is. And now yet you're using it.
Yeah.
So what would it be? Here's the number. We'd love to hear from you. Call or text 800-447-7234.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Now, Mariah says, I never thought I would rely so heavily on a cell phone, but here I am, 21st century, with my entire life held up in this device. She said, I'm 29 years old. I got she had a flip phone, first cell phone. She thinks back in 2010.
Okay, that shocks me that she would say that and she's 29.
Yeah, I know. But
I
she
thought
said,
I'd never
"Here it
use a cell phone, and she's 29.
No.
That's that whole generation.
Oh, I totally
Right?
get that, though. Yeah.
Michelle is here. Okay, Michelle, what was it for you?
A pancake warmer.
How
So we
does-
literally got one for our wedding shower years and years ago.
So what did you think it was?
I literally had no idea. I was looking at my mother-in-law, my future mother-in-law at that time, for help because I was like, it was her friend, and I had no idea. So I just said, thank you so much. This is so pretty. I'm sure we'll put it to good use. Like, it was super generic because I had no idea. And then the woman it was my mother-in-law's neighbor, and the woman who did it, she, explained the whole thing. She goes, nope, wait, I need to explain what this does. And she had 3 kiddos of her own, 0 kiddos at that time. She went through the whole thing of, it's something that they use all the time, and and we were still like, okay, great. And now we laugh.
What did you do the
It's
first time
awesome.
you used it?
Well, the first time we used it, it was just Chris and I, so it was kind of a waste.
It was a waste.
but-
I love that you still use it and keep replacing it.
We sure do.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Tom's working hard, and then he found something on the construction site. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. So he's working on they call it the Majestic Ventura Theater.
Okay.
Thing's been around since the 20s.
Yeah.
It's pretty old. And they had a lot of acts that have gone through here. So we're not talking movie theater. We're talking theater.
Like Broadway.
Theater, yes. And so they're doing some renovations. They're working on it. And so here's Tom. He goes, oh, look at this, a wallet.
Really?
Well, it's been there for a while. He opens it up, and I mean, all the stuff is still in it. The cash is still in it. The credit cards are still in it. The ID is still in it. And so he puts it up on Facebook.
Yeah.
And in moments, Colleen goes, that's my wallet.
What?
It's been there for 46 years.
Oh, I thought maybe 6 months.
No.
46.
She lost it while she was at the theater. It just kind of fell out and boom, and it was gone.
Wow, I wonder if she got a new driver's license already.
Yeah, by now,
Probably.
you would think, right?
Yeah.
Just brought back so many memories for her.
I wonder what was tucked in, because a woman's wallet has all these little compartments. What was tucked in the little compartment?
What's in yours?
Oh my goodness, there's receipts, there's business cards, there's pieces of gum. I mean, there's
Gum?
Sure, like a little, little thing of gum, stick of gum.
Oh,
I don't carry the whole
I thought it
pack.
was used gum.
Oh no.
No, that's
No.
that's some wallet.
Think about about your
Rob
last
and
Monopoly
Liz.
game?
His morning crew.
I lost.
There may have been
It's horrible.
some sort of argument or rift between the friends or the family.
Bitter.
Maybe somebody flipped a table. I don't know. Maybe that's just my house.
I threw the money all over the place.
There are more arguments during a Monopoly game than really any other
There
game.
can be.
Evidently.
I don't take it seriously because
No.
it's like this is a forever game and a half.
Yeah, I won't call out a member of our family, but there is a member of our family.
Joey,
No.
Hayden,
No.
Luke,
No.
you.
No.
Okay,
no,
go ahead.
No, you have to go maybe branch out a little bit. Who gets so upset
It's Liz.
because one of my sons and myself tend to not be completely 100% honest inside of a game of Monopoly.
No, it's Joey.
No.
That's her husband.
It's Augie.
It's the
Augie
son-in-law?
The son-in-law gets a little upset.
Why do you upset him like that? You're not supposed to do that.
So Luke and I just always have this thing where we kind of make eye contact and then we know it's on. And everybody knows that we do this. So it's kind of like you're honest about not being honest within the game.
Do you like your son-in-law? I thought you did.
We do.
I thought you
Oh,
adored
yeah.
him.
Oh,
and
I
then you
do.
treat him like this in Monopoly?
It's so much fun.
Okay.
It is so, and he gets so riled up.
Why are we talking about Monopoly anyway?
Because so many people say that it causes arguments within their family that they actually ban people from playing the game.
Augie should ban you.
He tried. It doesn't work.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I had no idea that they had this with Monopoly.
I didn't either.
A cheater's version. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. Liz says she cheats all the time on the game.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
Well, you do.
Well, with my son, and everybody knows it, so going in, they know it's going to happen. So I feel better about that. Should I feel better about that?
Well, there's a whole cheater's edition of Monopoly. Leslie, by the way, 800-447-7234 was just telling us about the cheater's edition of Monopoly. Now, you say you played this with who recently on your back porch?
My daughter and her fiance, and we all got so angry at each other because of all the cheating we were doing that was legit for the game that we threw the game, the table flipped, and it was not a happy night for the neighbors.
What'd the neighbors do?
They were coming out in their backyards, and I said, I think we have a problem, guys. And my husband said, yeah, we have a big problem. You're cheating. And I'm like, oh, no. We're in the game.
So the neighbors are thinking something else at that point.
I would imagine, yes.
Oh,
and I kept saying, we're playing a game. We're playing a game. But
And they're like, sure you are.
yes, very much so. They just look at us and turn around and went in.